can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore. They agree with you. She doesn't want to be the first lady. She's destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want to. She doesn't care about that. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
If you average out the VieW hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's not a well thought of.
All right, folks, buckle up because we've got a wild story unfolding right now. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. Melania Trump is going head-to-head with the hosts of TheView in a lawsuit worth a jaw-dropping $100 million. Yes, you heard that right. $100 million. This legal battle is shaking up the world of entertainment and news, and it's leaving everyone asking what exactly happened. Well, let's dive in and break it all down. So here's the scoop. Melania Trump, the former First Lady, is suing the hosts of TheView after some seriously explosive comments were made about her live on air. Things have definitely hit a boiling point, like a pressure cooker ready to blow. And Melania is not holding back now. Let's talk about the comments and questions. They were not flattering. In fact, they were downright controversial and inflammatory. During a recent episode, the hosts were discussing Melania's time in the White House, and let's just say their opinions were less than kind. One of the hosts, for example, suggested that Melania didn't exactly love her role as First Lady, even claiming she wasn't all that thrilled to be married to Donald Trump. They tossed around all kinds of assumptions about her relationship, implying that she might not even like the man she married.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth. Individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant.
They didn't stop there. The conversation went on to criticize her personal choices, things like her redecorating the White House and her stance on Christmas traditions. They painted a picture of someone who was just unhappy with her position and the expectations placed on her. Yeah, it was a lot.
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
She can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from TheView. And look, TheView is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it?
Needless to say, these remarks did not sit well with Melania, and now she's making her move big time. She's filed a defamation lawsuit claiming the host's statements were not only false, but also severely damaging to her reputation. This isn't just about hurt feelings, it's about setting the record straight and protecting her image from what she considers to be unfounded and harmful attacks. But wait, there's more. Enter Joe Rogan podcast king and media critic extraordinaire. Rogan didn't hold back roasting TheView for
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on TheView, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend Donald Trump.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
They're talking about you as such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump. Yeah. He tends to just...
And that's not all. Rogan didn't stop at Trump. He took aim at the show for prioritizing sensationalism over substance. If you average out the IQ of TheView hosts, you might still struggle to reach triple digits. He chew on his podcast is harsh, maybe, but his fans ate it up.
It is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, it's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies-infested...
Now you might be wondering why this even matters. Well, beyond the drama, this case brings up a much bigger issue. What can and can't be said about public figures? This lawsuit could have huge implications on how the media handles personal matters of those in the public eye. If Melania wins, this could set a new precedent for what's acceptable in the realm of media law, and we could see a massive shift in the way shows like TheView handle topics involving celebrities, politicians, and their personal lives. Think about that.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That was all. That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that.
We're not on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
This isn't the first time TheView has found itself in the middle of controversy, but this one's different. We're talking about the former First Lady of the United States suing one of the most watched talk shows in the country. This is next level, folks, and let's talk timing for a second. Just as Melania files this legal challenge, Donald Trump is making headlines for other reasons. Is this all part of a strategic move, or is it purely coincidental? Some people are already speculating that this lawsuit could be a calculated decision aimed at turning the media spotlight back on Melania, especially with everything happening in the political scene, whether it's strategy or just pure frustration. One thing is clear, this is a story with a lot of layers, and we're only just starting to peel them back.
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade, but apparently his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth. Individual freedom. What does my body, my choice believe?
But let's get back to those comments during the show. One host went as far as to say that Melania hates her husband and doesn't even want to live in the same house anymore. Seriously, that moment left a lot of people listening in disbelief, wondering, did they really just say that? It's one of those jaw-dropping moments that you almost have to rewind to make sure you heard it correctly. What's been especially surprising in all of this is how quickly Melania has moved to take legal action. Typically, high-profile people just let things slide or they issue a brief statement through their public relations team. But Melania, she's going all in. She's not just fighting to clear her name. She's fighting for accountability by taking this to court. She's drawing a firm line in the sand about what's acceptable and what crosses the line. This isn't about a quick fix. This is about protecting her personal and public reputation for the long haul, and with $100 million on the table, it's clear she means business. This isn't just a public relations stunt, this is a legal battle with real stakes. She's making it clear that the impact of those comments goes far beyond a simple disagreement. This is about the damage done to her personal image and the public perception of her as a person and a public figure. So what does this mean? For all of us, well, it raises some pretty Big questions: do public figures like Melania have the right to full privacy? Or even family members? But of course, there's also plenty of criticism. Some critics argue that Melania is just exploiting the situation for publicity. Others believe she's genuinely trying to protect her reputation and show that there's a limit to how far the media can go. The truth probably lies somewhere in between, but at the end of the day, this lawsuit is about the intersection of fame, personal privacy, and media responsibility. It's a reminder that even public figures deserve some protection against false and damaging statements. As this case unfolds, all eyes are on Melania and on TheView to see how the courts will respond to her claims. This isn't just about the money, it's about setting a new standard for how the media can talk about public figures. If Melania's lawsuit is successful, it could spark a change in how entertainment shows approach controversial topics. The story is just getting started, and we will be following every twist and turn. So what do you think? Is Melania right to sue? Or could this set a tricky precedent for free speech in the media? Drop your thoughts below. We really want to know what you think, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the latest developments. This is one of those stories everyone will be talking about, and we'll be right here keeping you informed every step of the way. Until next time, stay engaged, stay informed, and we'll see you right here with more updates on Melania. TheView and everything else this jaw-dropping saga brings. Thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.